And we're live. Let me get the tweet out. Oops. I got a new modem from
Comcast.
You did? Yeah. Like
Okay.
they just said, hey, you're able for a free upgrade. So, okay, yeah, let's go ahead, send it to me. I did, hooked it up. I'm now getting 90 down.
Nice.
Still getting about 13 up. But yeah, before I was getting 50 down, now I'm getting 90, and I don't really notice much of a difference.
Yeah. Your speed can be so quick. It just depends on whether or not
what
the other
I'm
end
connecting to. Yeah.
Yeah. God, I wish I had that up. I wish I had that upload speed. I get, what is it? Let me do a test right now and see.
All right. Tweet out. Oops.
What happened?
I don't know. Now you're a robot. Okay, you look better now.
No, I can't see your video.
Oh, you can't see mine? Yeah, you're right.
Give me 1 second. Alrighty. It's a 252. Yeah, 252.
I made sure I was right this time.
So you ready?
I'm good to go.
Okay. Welcome to episode 252 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, the tech and gaming podcast from thegeeksforthewin.com, where we cover all things geeky. I'm your host, William McDonald, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Known across the internet as Casual Terror.
And we've got some stuff to talk about. Big week in gaming.
Yeah, more of what we've been playing than news, but yeah. The hot new game. I've been playing the hot new game Stardew Valley. And that's actually not a joke that it's a hot game, because I've been seeing a lot of shit about this game.
I've been seeing a lot of stuff too.
I really like this game, but it came out like at the wrong time. It really did. It came out like right around the time of Black Desert Online and The Division, so like I'm not going to get a chance to really play this a whole lot, because I've been playing one of those two. But I did play a couple hours of this, and I'm really liking it. It's, if you don't know what this is, it's kind of it's a cross between Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon, which, those kind of games cater to pretty much the same people. And see, I have a couple of screenshots of it so I can show it off. The game is not really, very technically, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a very technical drawing game. It's very, it's it's pixelated. It's, one of those kind of style games.
Looks like a phone game.
Kinda.
Or a game from the 90s.
Yes.
Not that that's bad, but
no.
that's just the style.
Right. It matches what, see, like the original Harvest Moon kind of looks like. Back on like the SNES. And there are, it's almost somewhat the same story initially as, Harvest Moon. Your grandpa left you a farm. Now you go and take care of it, and you go to take care of it and find out, it's completely in ruins. Now you got to fix it up and build stuff like a greenhouse and barns and coops and whatever. Get animals and raise crops and stuff I would never want to do in real life, but have lots of fun doing in a video game. And there are there's a village that you interact with every now and then. There's festivals, and there's people there you can marry and interact with, and it's fun. I enjoy it. I just don't have a lot of time to really play it right now. This game was also designed by one guy.
No, that's impressive.
One guy did this whole thing, and it is awesome. And like he's like really good about like you like tweet him or whatever, like, oh, there's a bug, like, okay, it's fixed, the patch is going up tonight. Dude, you're awesome. And he's still working on it. There's stuff to apparently kind of like the I'm gonna say end game quote, after marriage stuff. There's not a whole lot after marriage, but he's working on that apparently. So yeah, this game's fun. I will play it during the lull of gaming, so that'd be fun to do. But you and I have been playing a game.
Yes, we have.
A lot of people have been playing this game. The Division.
A record-breaking amount.
Is it record-breaking? Or was it the beta? Or is it just the beta?
The sales have been...
okay.
For Ubisoft has been record-breaking.
Well, this is a highly anticipated game. Tom Clancy's The Division. And man, is it fun. I don't know what level are you? I haven't had a chance to play as much as you have.
I kind of don't want to tell you because
You're 30, aren't you?
no, I'm 19.
You're 19. Okay, you're not too far away from me then. I'm still 12. That's where we ended a couple nights ago. I'm still there.
Seems like they've sold around 1 million copies within the first day.
I believe it.
So that's pretty big for Ubisoft. It's their biggest launch. So
and for a game that requires an internet connection and that sold a lot, no issues. At least none that I came across. Although I was surprised there was a queue. That caught me off guard.
I have came across that the first night. I haven't come across that since. I mean, I was in a party and someone came across that again last night. But I was like, I just logged on and I didn't have a queue, so he was at like 2,000 something and then immediately got on 3 seconds later.
It goes by quick. Like the queue is never like a lot. Even though it says like, oh, it's a big number. Nah, it goes just numbers just disappear real quick. So, yeah, that game's fun. I have not gone in the Dark Zone yet. Have you?
I have.
Okay.
I've gotten some good gear. Not great gear, but good gear. You level up quick in the Dark Zone.
Do you?
Like I played.
Well, I guess
not even an hour, and I was like level 10.
That makes sense because there's no missions or anything in the Dark Zone. Just NPCs every now and then to kill. So that makes sense that you would level up quick.
Other players.
Right. Yeah. Have you come across any rogue or gone rogue yet?
We went rogue because one of my teammates shot someone because they got mad because someone picked up their gear that they had dropped when they had died and, had to respawn.
That's understandable. That's an understandable.
He only had one piece of item, and we both died at the same spot, and our gear kind of lumped together. It wasn't separate.
Okay.
So that kind of sucked. Either way, it was like, oh crap, we don't, we can't separate this now.
Right, because there's no trading yet. It's coming next month, though. Trading is coming next month, so. Yeah, like first day, somebody hit level 30, which is max. It's like, that dude have like no life, really?
I heard he was a Destiny player, so yeah.
But yeah, like he took a screenshot of kind of the of what pops up when you hit end game, and just kind of tells you, just go in the Dark Zone, get gear. That's wait for the DLC. Yeah, there's not really much in game yet. And even the in-game that seems like it's coming is not like in-game that, say, Destiny players are, kind of used to. There's no rating, that from what I can tell.
But there's so many side missions, and
there are a bunch of side missions and a shit ton of collectibles, like 300-something collectibles.
Yeah, I mean, I've got almost all the safe houses unlocked, and I have one I haven't gone to yet. I'm too low of a level. I get like one shot by the enemies. So I was trying to sneak around, and there's a part where I just couldn't. So I've got all, but every safe house you go to, you go to the little board, the little map. You read it. It gives you more side missions and encounters, and then you go to there's a guy there who's not the weapons vendor or whatever, and he'll give you some missions and stuff. So like every single safe house gives you more missions that unlock on your map.
Right. Yeah.
So there was already a good amount of missions and stuff like that, but you unlock more with every safe house, and there's at least probably 10 safe houses.
At least, yeah. Yeah. We played together. We played in a group of there were 4 of us, and I felt like I wasn't doing much of anything. Because it's one of those games it's whoever is in whoever world you're in, that's what level the enemies are.
No.
No?
It's whoever's highest.
I thought it was okay.
No, because I jumped into a group with Blue Man and Scar. They were, I think, level 8, like 7 around there, and I was 12, and they were all as soon as new enemies spawned, the current ones were 8, but as soon as new ones spawned, they were all 12s. And I was like, I guess I'll jump out. I thought I would help you out, but I guess, this is just, destroying us.
See, I thought it was whoever world that you were in, it was at their level. Because I know it was highest in the beta, that's how that was, but it seemed like when we were playing, Steve was always higher than us, but like the levels were a little under him.
I don't know, but like I said, I jumped into Blue's game, and they were 8 when I spawned, and then when more enemies started to spawn, they'd all turn to 12, and I think they were doing the tech mission, the first one.
Okay.
The subway morgue.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing that on hard, thinking, oh, we're 8-7, we can run this on hard, and so
we made that mistake too.
Well, it was level 12 hard, and they were 8 and 7, and I think Scar was like 5. So yeah, it was not good, and I was like, I guess I'll back out. This game is not Sherpa friendly.
No, because you jump in and the enemies get harder. It's like Left 4 Dead.
Well, it kind of sucks because it leaves you out if you're a few levels higher than your friends. You can't jump in and play with them and
Right. It sucks for everybody involved because not only is it hard for the lower levels, it's hard for you too. Because you're in a group of 3 or 4, and that just automatically multiplies the difficulty by that much.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's hopefully they fix that because that's something I'm sure they can patch. They can do a patch and fix that.
Like I was level 10, and I was shooting like level 12s when there were 4 of us, and it was taking 2 full clips, and they just were not going down.
You see, we give Destiny a lot of crap, but they've got the co-op down pretty well, and the difficulty scaling pretty well. Like I could be max level, and I could jump into the new, I could jump into with you who just started the game, for instance, and it'll scale down for me. So it's not like I'm like one-shotting them. I'm just doing I'm doing a little more damage, but it's not like overwhelming.
Yeah, and that may get fixed in in an update, a rebalancing patch that may come. So
the first content updates next month in April.
Month, yep.
Yeah.
It's going to include incursions, which are kind of like, from what I seem described as like a horde mode. So, because that's what we need. We need a horde mode in this game. Because
I like horde modes.
Some of those cleaners, they can snipe you with those flamethrowers. That just does not seem fair.
That needs to be fixed. I was hoping hoping that would be fixed, like in the from the beta, when I played the beta, and I'm like, okay, this dude is on the other side of the room, almost the other side of the room, on the down the stairs on the bottom floor, and I'm up the stairs, almost on the other side of the room, and he's still hitting me. How is that possible?
Yeah.
So yeah, that needs to be fixed. And I'm sure that can be fixed.
Yeah, and hopefully it will be.
One of my favorite parts of this game, the phones.
The phones.
I love listening to the audio messages that are, the recordings when you pick up a phone.
I like kind of the found footage stuff because it just, some of those found footage is just like messed up.
I like the phone because it shows you this was a world. This was a world where things were going on. It's just a variety of different things. Like I found one phone. Spoilers if you don't want to hear some of a couple examples of the messages. When you find the phone collectibles. But I found one where it was like this. I don't know, probably late teen, early 20s girl, college student age, probably talking to or leaving a message for her mom, and she was pretty much coming out of the closet, or she was coming out of the closet, and it was just so intense. And then I find another phone right near it. There was one not too far away from it, and it was the mom leaving a message back, talking about how she knew and all the and stuff like that. And then there was this one of this old couple. They were talking about how they have to. I guess they have to get their kids or grandkids, something like that. Something for Christmas, and like the quote I remember one of the ladies, or the older lady saying was, "And what the heck is a game box thing, anyways?" I guess they were talking about getting a console for their,
Right.
That's what they wanted, and they were talking about how they they don't really need anything for gift wise themselves because of this, because they have each other and stuff like that. And it just varies. Some of them are just like, just nothing, just little nonsense stuff. But some of them get intense.
Yeah, if you actually go into like the menus, like there's like different sections. Like, oh, this is like this group of conversations. Like, some of them could go 4 or 5 messages long. And but yeah, like some of like the found footage, like there was one, like it was a girl behind the camera, like because you could hear her breathing and stuff, and like she was hiding behind shelves from the cleaners, the guys with the flamethrowers, and she was like looking out through they look like store shelves, so you can like see all the way through, and like they would walk out, and she kind of like breathes like this sigh of relief, just Then she turns around and there's a cleaner standing right there. And then all of a sudden the camera points straight up at the ceiling. You see a burst of flame and just her just screaming. It's like, damn. That's really kind of messed up. But yeah, I'm liking this game. And I'm really happy they didn't go with, these could be zombies, the virus. No, it's smallpox. Straight up, it's smallpox. They didn't create no virus or anything. This is a could happen shit game.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm really enjoying. Whenever I see a phone, I'm like, oh, I got to make sure my headset's on so I can listen to it. Because and then some of them will be like, oh, you need to when are you going to swing by and put up that shelf for your mom, or like stuff that's just like nonsense. Like, okay, that didn't really. It helps because not all when you pick up a phone, not all the recordings are going to be dramatic. I mean, you're going to find some nonsense stuff like that, but that makes it more that helps the environment, that helps create a real world experience.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm loving this game. I really am. I'm trying not to buy a lot of stuff, but I got my first like pink weapon.
Nice.
Because I guess there's pink and purple quality.
Yeah.
I saw a pink one for sale, and I just had to buy it.
You had to buy the pink.
I had to because it was a really good police M4, and it wrecks. It does. I think it's at like 11,000 damage.
I don't know if I like the fact. I think I like the fact that, like, it's the same gun, but like it could be better. It's like, oh, I'll trade this police M4 for this police M4. Same gun, the exact same brand and everything, except that it does more damage.
Well, I mean, yeah, it could be. You can tweak guns so they shoot faster and stuff like that.
Yeah, there are mods you can install. Have you found any clothes like gear items with mod?
Yes, I have.
Because I have not. I have mods to put on the gear.
But I don't have blues are better, and they're not in every blues. They're in they're just sometimes. I have like two maybe.
I'm almost in complete blues and I don't have a single one.
Yeah, I have maybe two. The thing is, you'll continue to play, Stuart, and you'll find greens that are better than your blues, and you'll be like, I don't want to wear greens.
Right.
I want to wear blues.
It's the MMO in me. I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Why is the green better than the blue?
And it'll be like significantly better. It'll be like a 40. You'll have a pair of gloves that are blue and they're like 45, and then you'll find like an 80 green. Like it'll be that. I found ones that were that big of a difference. So.
There is one disappointing part of the game, then that would be the
crying guy near the crafting table.
No, because he's not there all the time. It would be the character creation.
That's pretty disappointing. Yeah, there's like a handful of differences. I mean,
for males, I counted there are 8 faces, only 8, and you can't change get this face, but change this nose. Nope, you get one of 8 faces.
It's like I think it's probably same with the females. I didn't count, but I looked through them and was like, I like this one. And then there's like, I don't know, 10 different shades of color, or somewhere around there. Somewhere around the same different shades of color, and then the eyes really don't stand out. Like,
nope. I'm like, I'm changing the eyes. I'm not seeing a damn thing.
It's like, okay, this is blue. This is green. This should be brighter, maybe, but no, it's slightly different shade of what it was before.
Right.
But boy, they got lots of neck tattoos.
Oh God, like I said, 8 faces, but 28 neck tattoos.
I got a dragon tattoo on my neck.
Right, yeah. You're the lady with the dragon tattoo.
I didn't even think about that until someone had said that in our party.
Yeah.
Because I've never read the book or seen the movie.
Nah, me neither.
I was just like, hey, it looks like Shinron.
Well, see,
from Dragon Ball Z.
I'm a dude with a beard, so like even if you wear a beard, like just like the neck tattoos are useless. So like, okay, I just put through like 5 of them. I didn't see anything at all. Oh, there are neck tattoos. Gotcha. Couldn't tell because I had a beard.
They need to add more clothes too. I know that sounds weird, but they need to add a lot more variety of clothing and stuff like that, because it's like, oh, this jacket, it's slightly different from this other jacket, and this one's red instead of blue or gray or.
Right, yeah, I have yet to find a pair of pants I really like other than those bright orange hazmat pants.
Yeah. I think I'm wearing like worn out jeans now. They aren't really worn out. They don't look.
The only kind of jeans options I have right now are skinny jeans. I'm like, nah. No, I'm not a skinny jeans kind of person.
I almost got a pair of skinny jeans in the Dark Zone, but that's when we went rogue and yeah. So but yeah, like I found a really cool white turtleneck.
You do have a turtleneck, yeah.
But I can't wear a scarf because it covers up the fact that it's a turtleneck. I haven't found any other color besides white for the turtleneck, so
I think
I would love
blue.
I would love like some bright, crazy turtleneck color, something that kind of stands out.
Oh, you can almost guarantee, like, around Christmas time next year they'll come out with the ugly sweaters.
But the jacket covers like
You can
covers
take the
up.
jacket off.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. It's
Yeah, you don't have to wear the jacket.
true, but then it looks. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's kind of how I thought. Like, okay, I'm wearing a shirt, but you can't tell what shirt I'm wearing because of the jacket. Oh wait, take the jacket off, dummy.
yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully they come out with more customization stuff.
I'm sure they will.
It's pretty lackluster. Trying to think, is there anything else to talk about division wise? I think we've covered it for now.
Yeah, we totally have.
I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of content. Like there's a lot of content.
Yes, there is.
A lot of side missions, a lot of encounters. The main missions are pretty intense. Like we came across one where, oh god, that was the worst part. That's the worst part of this game. Was that one mission where we kept dying because of the fire.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one the other night that took forever for us to do. But yeah, okay, yeah. The fire, like, come to the elevator. Where's the elevator? All I see is smoke. I kept picking William up as we were running along because he kept falling over.
I had no health packs.
I didn't either, but I was managing to stay out of the fire.
I don't know how you were. I mean, it was everywhere.
Yeah, it was. I will say this: the atmosphere of the game is brilliant. Like, because when it gets foggy, you cannot see. When it snows really hard, it looks like it's snowing really. The game looks like the atmosphere.
There's snow piling up on your backpack.
The environment looks great.
Yeah, when it snows, there's snow piling up, like on the dent on the top of your backpack, and stuff like that. Little details like that. That's just like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like when you do jumping jacks, you actually kick the snow out from under you away.
So it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. I'd highly recommend it. I don't know. I hate the fact that I can't just jump in with anyone, and even I can't jump in with lower level people and just play and just mess around.
Completely ruin their game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks. I mean, it's like, oh, great! I have to wait till my friends who are my level, or around my level, get on.
Yeah.
So that's the division. So we'll talk about it more next week. I'm
Absolutely.
sure we'll come across a bunch of stuff we hadn't encountered yet.
Right.
But it's really good. So definitely check it out. If you aren't already, you should be, because
Right.
it's on PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
Mm-hmm.
So if you own any of those, there's no reason you shouldn't. I mean, check it out. So,
Great game.
alrighty. Anything else, Stuart?
Nope.
I've got nothing else.
Okay, cool.
So, I guess news.
News! Lionhead Studios is closing. Along with it, Fable Legends is canceled. And like people who have like put money into Fable Legends, like in the beta and everything, will get a refund somehow. I don't know, there's you should have probably gotten an email if you were in the beta about this and how to get your money back. So
You shouldn't have put money in a beta, because that's just weird. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I would never put money into a beta, because at the end of the beta, everything gets wiped.
not always.
90% of the time.
They usually let you know, or at least give you not a refund, but like how much money you put in, you get that in your in-game credits when the game does come out. You're not just throwing money away. 99.9% of the time, that you're not doing that.
Yeah, but it just seems like Fable Legends was just kind of a train wreck. Like,
I
it was
never really saw anything about it other than when it was announced.
I mean, just from all the stuff, it's like, oh, it's announced. Oh, look. Oh, we're delaying this by a lot, because, it should be out by now, but we're going to, we're going to do this beta that's lasting 6 months long. And
this was supposed to be like the first cross-play game between the PC and the Xbox.
yeah, and I mean, it was supposed to be one thing, right? Wasn't it supposed to be like 4v1 kind of thing, and then
Still is.
it kind. Well, I mean, it was focused on one thing, and then they kind of tweaked it and refocused it. I remember that's why it was delayed.
I don't know this.
And I don't know.
This was not a Fable game. So like the last couple Fable games have not been Fable games. So I mean that's where Lionhead went wrong. They weren't making Fable games. Or like any new IP. They could have done a new IP. I really liked a lot of Lionhead Studio games. I was a big fan of like we were just saying. I was a big fan of the first 3 Fable games. Even the third one, I liked it. A lot of people hated on it, but I liked the third one. I was a big fan of Black and White. I loved both Black and White 1 and 2. So it kind of it makes me a little sad that Microsoft is closing Lionhead Studios.
Yeah,
I guess with Peter Molyneux gone, they kind of lost their voice. So I mean, and even with even Peter Molyneux has lost his own voice. So I mean, he's in the middle of a train wreck right now too.
yeah, that is true. He's always been in a kind of a train wreck, though.
He used to be so good at selling you on a game. He used to be so good at that.
And under delivering.
Yes. And making you want to care about a dog.
But yeah, that's getting shut down. The Fable Legends is still going to be playable till like April, I think.
Yeah, something, yeah. And then they're shutting the search.
Sometime in April. Yeah, and then some other studio is getting shut down, and Project Knoxville is being canceled, or is canceled as well.
I have no clue what this is.
I have no clue what it is either, but apparently it's Press Play, the studio behind Max and the Curse of the Brotherhood. This is in your article,
Yes,
Stuart.
I see it, but I didn't know what it was, so I didn't even pay attention.
They were developing Project Knoxville, which was chosen by fans via a vote.
I bet those fans are really happy.
I don't know. It looked... I don't know. I don't know anything about this. I didn't even know there was a vote.
I have no idea what this vote is. Just kind of looking at kind of what the screenshots and stuff is. It's... I like the art style.
Looked like an Avatar-based game, almost, kind of, right? Or am I thinking of something else?
You may be thinking of something else.
Okay, maybe yeah. I don't know. It was like a multiplayer shared world looking, from what I've heard, because recently, I don't know. It's being shut down as well, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
I guess. It is what it is, though. That's the way the industry works. I mean, they were just taking too much time with Fable Legends, though. I think that Microsoft just was like, we gotta just shut this down.
I think they were waiting for a good opportunity to try to sell it to people, because they knew they just didn't have it. They didn't have that initial hype that they expected, because they put Fable on it. Because they ruined the Fable name with the last couple games.
This got announced, what, like 3-4 years ago?
Was it that long ago? I don't think it was that long ago. Maybe 2.
I'm looking this up. I think Lionhead announced Fable Legends, the latest game in their popular Fable franchise, in 2013. So, about 3 years ago.
2.5.
2.5. Well, yeah, I guess that's still a long time for for a game like this.
The only people who can really take their time with a game and still come out with a hit is Blizzard.
Bethesda, or not, yeah, Bethesda as well.
I don't know. I think what Bethesda did with Fallout 4 was great.
That was amazing. I want to see more stuff like that. Yes.
Like, hey, look, we're coming out with Fable 4 in 3 months. It'll be out.
Fallout 4.
Oh yeah.
You mean yeah. If they did if they did it with Fable, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see more stuff like that. It's like, yeah, we've been working on this for 4 years. Yeah, it comes out in, this holiday.
I think people are kind of getting tired of seeing, games that, they can't play for the next 2 to 3 years at E3. E3 needs to be dedicated to games coming out before the next E3. That's what it should be. Not, here's what's coming down the line. Here's what we have, here's a, pre-alpha, non-colored, pixel-only, or voxel-only image that has no textures on it whatsoever. Something like, no, we don't want to see that. We want to
here's the logo.
Right, here's the logo.
Yeah. I totally agree. I want to see more games, that are announced and are about to release, because they've worked on them in secrecy.
Right? Yeah. More of that. That needs to happen.
So it's hopefully that we can see more stuff like that. But Rockstar's another one who can take forever to work on something and
yeah,
print money basically.
Red Dead Redemption 2, please.
I'm sure that I don't know. I guess, but like the thing is, people are saying that, but at the end of Red Dead, like that was like the end of the West era, the Wild Wild West era, like time wise.
Yeah.
I mean,
but they don't have to jump forward in time.
I guess, yeah. I guess it could be like a side, thing.
Right.
But I don't know. I definitely would be down for more stuff like that. But yeah, it's a shame they're closing down because I know people love the Fable games. I can never get into them though, honestly. But hopefully they find jobs elsewhere and work on other games.
Fable 2 has got to be one of the most memorable endings to a game. Because it's one of those like, oh, the bad guy's doing this long monologue speech. I wonder what happens if I shoot him. Oh god, I killed him. What? Well, that was the ending then. I guess that's what a lot of people did because everybody has almost the same story. Like they tried to shoot the main bad guy before he was done with the speech, and then killed him in one shot.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
But it was designed that way. So.
Alrighty, that's all you have, right?
Yes, that is all I have.
Alrighty, let's see. Google announced something interesting and recently. They announced the Android beta. And then immediately it was available. I was thinking, oh, okay, this is cool. It's going to be a beta for, the new version of Android and stuff. And we're going to have to wait for, we're going to have to wait for them to, release the program. And, there's going to be sign-ups and it's going to take time. And we're going to have to wait for invites. And nope. Go to the site, register if you have the available device, one of the available devices or eligible devices, I should say, which currently are Nexus 6, Nexus 9, Nexus 5X, Nexus 6P, Nexus Player, the Pixel C, and then the Android one of those Android. I don't know. Like Android one was kind of a Nexus, but budget Nexus type thing they did that I don't know if they've done anything.
Mobile G4.
I don't know if they've done 4G. Anything new with the Android one line that they were. I don't know, but I think they're going to come out with other stuff like the Nexus 7, hopefully, because I have the Nexus 7 tablet, but my Nexus. Not. Yeah, my Nexus 6P works. I got that, set it up, have the latest version of Android N, which that's what they're calling it. I haven't seen any word on a cute little dessert name.
Nachos. Android Nachos.
Android Nutella.
Now it's a brand name.
Kit Kat.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
I like Nutella. Nutella's pretty good. Anyways.
It's just chocolate.
It's hazelnut spread.
It's chocolate.
It's hazelnut with cocoa.
It's chocolates.
It's slightly different from chocolate though. There's more to it than just chocolate.
It's hazelnut chocolate.
Exactly. But the UI looks different for Android N. They added a feature Samsung's had in their phones for a few years. Multi-window,
Oh yeah.
where I can have a YouTube video on the top half of my screen, and then I can be going through Twitter or something else on the bottom half of my screen, for instance.
I could do that on my 3S.
Really? You could do that on the 3S?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I thought... Huh. It's interesting. I didn't know it went that far back.
Yep. I think the
I know
3S was the first one.
I know it went back with my Note 3, because I remember that. I had that, and that was a great feature. I love that feature. So I'm glad to see that it's going to be a permanent thing for Android N. Better battery life, like one of their battery optimization. Like currently with Marshmallow, it only works like when your phone's been turned. Like there's a special program called Doze that Android uses to conserve battery and stuff like that. Before it was only like when the screen was off for a certain amount of time, but now it works whenever the screen's off. So immediately when you turn the screen off, it works. So that's gonna help battery life a lot. I don't know the exact details on what Doze really does, but I know it's supposed to be amazing for battery. Multi-support. They added a night mode. Where when you slide the notification bar down all the way,
Mm-hmm.
there's the different quick settings. Like you can turn Wi-Fi on, off, all that stuff. You can rearrange those.
Yeah, you can on mine too.
They've added data saver mode, which I haven't really looked too into that, because I'm always on I'm always near Wi-Fi, so data I don't really use too much data. But they did add, like I said, a night mode where you're able to do it'll make things darker. It'll dim the screen. It'll change it'll change the system UI from white to black, and you can even adjust the brightness and the tint. There's a tint, so it's kind of weird. It makes the white text like this yellowish, or not yellowish, but it makes the white kind of look like those old school photos, like the old timey photos where it was
Okay.
it was you know what I'm talking about?
Sepia.
There we go. That yeah. It makes it that, so it's like that on black instead of white on black background, so it's easier on the eyes. So that's kind of cool. Let me turn that off so I can actually see my phone now. What else did they add? I'm trying to look through my phone right now to see. What's really cool is when you go to the settings. Let me go to the settings now. You when you go to settings, you can see stuff like it says like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, data, and then there's the next thing that's like display, notification, stuff like that. Each of them has more detail. Like you get more detail quick glance. Like for instance, notification says 105 apps are installed. Sound, my ringer volume is at 0%. Storage, it says 7.96 gigs out of 53.67 gigs used. Battery, 59%. These are just the you can click on them to go into more detail, but they give you a glance. So, if you wanted to see, oh, I've got so much battery left, 12 hours left approximately. Memory, stuff like that. So there's more detail when you're looking like at the actual settings menu, not even going into the actual, sub menus.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty useful. And apparently, like this is going to be what they're going to do. They're going to let people test out, the new versions of, the newest version of Android, and once Android N is completely out, people can, who've enrolled, they can drop it or they can continue on, stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. I'm a tech guy, and it's like, oh, Android N is going to have multi-window support. I've heard about that for the longest time, for like 3 months, it seems like. It's like, oh, great. So developers are now getting it. They just got it, and the beta people have it now. But before they announced this beta, I was like, oh, great. So developers have it. So it's going to be probably end of summer before they start rolling out on the Nexus phones, and then who knows for the schmucks like you and
right. Schmucks like me.
Which you should have gotten Marshmallow, right?
I honestly have no idea.
You should have 6.0.
Let's find out.
I swear I saw that the Galaxy S7 got that like a month ago.
Nope. I'm on 5.1.1.
Huh. That's weird.
Just because the Galaxy 6 has it doesn't mean that Verizon has rolled it out.
That is true. That's one of the things that sucks. Is like it's not only the manufacturers can have it ready. It's just that the carriers, can hold it down because they want to be able to put their own shit in it or
their own crap. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. So that's why I love having a Nexus phone. It's like, oh, update.
Yeah,
I got it.
Just kind of bypass all that, don't you?
Which Project Fi is now open to everyone.
Oh, really?
They came out of invite only, which they're now open to everyone. They're what is it? The what is it? Nexus 5X is discounted for people who join the service. Let me look this up.
Yeah, I got an invite to Project Fi, but I just didn't have the money to pay for a new phone. You gotta buy the full phone.
Yes, you do. Hold on. But there's a discount for... Hold on. Device. I think for the 5X, which is the model under mine, it's pretty much the same, except for the screen's not as big and the CPU is a little slower. But I know Blue Man, he got the 5X Honor, which is pretty much the same, but it's got Huawei's crap on it. It's got their firmware version. Their skinned Android on there. But the 5X, this 5X is made by LG, which is kind of weird how Huawei has a 5X Honor, but LG has a 5X, does the 5X Nexus. It's kind of weird, but $200.
Yep, that's a fun thing to say, Huawei.
Yeah, Huawei. But the 5X right now is $199.99 for the 16 gig, and the 32 gig is $250. So for having, that's pretty good entry price for having to buy the phone straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the Project Fi because I pay $30 a month, and I used half of my data. I have 1 gig of data. I do 1 gig of data because I'm always on Wi-Fi, Um, but like for when I had to go to San Antonio for PAX South, I raised my data up because obviously I was going to be using it. But
Right.
it's $10 for a gig of data, and $20 for unlimited talk and text. So I pay $30. I used half my data for the month. I get $5 back. Every 100 MB you don't use, you get $1 back. So it's you pay what you use what you pay for what you use.
It's a great thing. It really is.
So I would highly, if people are looking to switch, to something more affordable but still want to have a really good phone, because they got like Boost Mobile and stuff like that are good deals. They're like $40 a line or stuff like that, but their phones are kind of crap. I mean, they'll have like, oh, get the Galaxy S. They just now got the Galaxy S5, or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you'll have to buy them straight up because it's prepaid. They don't subsidize, so that sucks. But I mean, for people who are looking, I'd look into Project 5, because another good thing about them is they use T-Mobile and Sprint based on how well the connection is in your area. So if you're in a spot where T-Mobile's not doing too well, it'll switch to Sprint, and vice versa. So
right, and if you want to see the coverage map, let me actually switch to my desktop right now. There's the coverage map.
Is the green is wait? It's the so.
The green is 4G. The dark green, and the light green is 3G, and the yellow is 2G areas.
I'm having trouble. Oh, okay, yeah. It's pretty good coverage. I mean, it's two of the main carriers, Sprint and T-Mobile. So, but yeah, it's and then the best thing, the Nexus they get when the new version of Android's out, it's ready to go. You're ready to download. I love it.
Yep.
So, I wish I was getting paid for talking that much about them, but sadly I'm not. But it's good that they came out of invite only, and that they actually are kind of subsidizing the phone. Instead of it being $350 for the Nexus 5X, it's $150, or it's $200, so it's $150 off. So, which to most like even $350 for kind of a phone like that is kind of a good deal. The Nexus phones have always kind of been affordable because like Stewart's Galaxy S6, like that. If you bought that off contract straight up, it's like $700.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, phones are just horribly expensive. Like,
yeah,
people don't realize the subsidizing, and I guess now they're not doing. I guess now contracts aren't really a thing. They're like leasing the phones kind of now, or they're adding it to the. Yeah.
Pretty much, like that's kind of what because most plans have this upgrade feature that you can upgrade every year when the new one comes out.
But you got to pay a certain amount a month.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Verizon Edge, or is it who has the Edge?
T-Mobile Edge, Verizon. I don't know. I'm looking this up. Okay, I don't see a name. It just Verizon's new annual upgrade plan. I don't know. They all have weird names for them, but yeah, it's pretty much you pay like $2 $10 extra a month or whatever, or I don't know how much it is, but you pay a certain amount, and then you can trade after a year. When like the S, S7 comes out, or whatever, Stewart, for example, could trade in his phone and get the new one as long as he's still paying, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would take Stewart's phone and they would sell it refurbished for like $400 and make up the cost that way. It's kind of genius the way they're doing it now.
Yeah.
And they look good because they're like, oh, we don't do contracts anymore. You kind of do.
You still do. You're just not calling them contracts.
You tweaked it a little. And so the best thing about my phone is it's unlocked. So I can, if I want to switch to T-Mobile or Sprint or something like that, I can do that. I can just, I have the option. I like that. So, anyways, Android beta. If you got a Nexus device, most of the Nexus devices, like in the past couple years, work. The Nexus 7, not yet, but everything else pretty much works. Even the Nexus 6, which that came out 2014.
Couldn't tell you. I don't keep track of phones.
Nexus 6. Yep, October 2014. So yeah, they're still supporting that phone. I mean, which the Nexus phones, they get supported a lot more than the flagship phones of all the other manufacturers do.
Yeah.
So that's another good thing. But what's my other topic? Oh, this is kind of cool. Amazon Japan is now shipping internationally.
Right, so now you don't have to deal with import costs when you buy Japanese games.
Exactly. I think that's pretty awesome. You don't have to worry about overpriced, paying a lot for this game.
It's usually a lot.
From like PlayAsia or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, that's really cool.
That's cool. I'll never use it because it will never have an English bit to it. So, or that would be rare if it did.
What do you mean?
Like, subtitles, English subtitles.
For Japanese games?
Yeah.
They do that.
When they come over here.
No, I mean the international you can do that. They have the subtitles.
Okay.
For a lot of those games. I mean,
okay.
Subtitles is not the hard thing. It's doing like voiceover and stuff like that. That's the big thing.
That is the hardest thing.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, they can take because yeah. Because I know one of the big things is that I was talking to a friend about. He's thinking of importing it, and I've been thinking about it. Is Puyo Puyo Tetris?
Okay.
It's supposed to be a really good, fun game. Like, it really is. And the thing is, the consoles, they're region free, right?
Yes.
So you don't need a Japanese Xbox, which I guess those things aren't a thing anymore. You can play games from other regions on your Xbox or PS4 or whatever. I guess it's just those two, but yeah. So that's pretty cool. I guess my last thing, unless I see anything else, something really cool that kinda. Why can't we get a console Pokemon? Look at this. This looks amazing.
I know. I took a couple screenshots of the video.
Someone recreates Ash Ketchum's room in Unreal Engine 4. It looks pretty amazing.
It does.
I mean, it looks Pokemon, but it looks like Pokemon on a console.
Looks like Pokemon on a PC.
Yeah, it looks like Pokemon on a PC, like designed for the PC. It looks just gorgeous. So,
Yeah. It's like, damn, come on. No, see. Okay, you want Pokemon on PC? Here's Pokken Tournament. That's not really Pokemon. That's just a fighter with Pokemon characters in it.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe with this new, well, I don't know. It just depends on how how the game's designed. But the NX is supposedly like, the big rumors of that are, oh, it's going to be a handheld that docks in, or it's handheld console hybrid type thing. That's been the rumor for like a year.
Because, Nintendo rumors are true. Usually true. We'll have to wait and see what it's actually like at E3.
If you look at the progression, the Wii U is pretty much a giant DS.
It really is, yeah. And
I mean, it really is. So, that'd be cool if the NX was, like this hybrid thing, but it would still rely on how the developers would develop the game, if they would just make the mobile version that could play on the TV, or that they would make like a version that looked good on the, on the actual console as well as the mobile device.
Yeah. That's
going to be the challenge, because, man, it just looks gorgeous. The links will be in the show notes for 252 on our website, TheGeeksFTW.com. Or I guess you could just Google, Unreal Engine 4 Pokemon, or...
There's a lot of Unreal 4 Pokemon stuff.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
When I was looking at images of this video, I'm like, oh, a lot of stuff came up that was not in the video, like characters.
Or you could just watch our YouTube video,
Right, yeah, here's...
And you could see the images.
Right, yeah, stills of that video.
Because Stuart puts relevant, stuff up on the screen, so it's more than just us talking.
Yes.
Because our feeds are not really that entertaining.
Right. It actually would be better if I did stuff like this.
Exactly. So,
for those of you who are listening to the audio version, I just covered our faces with the pictures.
But it's going to be interesting. It really is, to see this E3, to see what the NX is going to be, because they're going to, they said this E3 they were going to, announce it and show off what it is and stuff like that.
And then
they said that last year.
So. Rumor is that it's supposed to launch around Christmas time.
Shocker. A console launching, the holiday time.
Right, but one we have not seen, though. That's the thing.
Well, with the Xbox and the PS4, we hadn't seen that till around E3. We saw the Xbox. We saw those, like, what, a month before E3?
Might have been 2 months. But yeah.
So it's not that big of a time difference.
Right, but it didn't come out that year, though. That it was shown.
Didn't it?
I don't think it did.
I thought it did. When was...
Let's see, it was announced
May 21st, 2013. Then it launched November 22nd, 2013. So yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing with the consoles is they gotta, as soon as they announce it, people are gonna stop buying the previous ones or the ones that are out now. So that's the thing. That once they announce it, they have to make sure they're ready to ship it, that year. Because they'll just they're just gonna miss out on so many sales if they announce it too early. But I'm trying to see if there's anything else worthwhile to talk about. But E3 is going to be interesting because we got that. Yeah. We're going to hear more about what Microsoft's doing because they've come out with, all their vague, crazy talk, of Xbox One upgrade, hardware upgrades, and this and that. And what's Microsoft going to do? Do they, when they've got to show off they have to show off some amazing stuff because people are probably worried with the whole Lion's Head or all that stuff shutting down. Those games that were in development shutting down, even right. So I'm really looking forward to E3. It's even though like so many developers are not going anymore.
Yeah.
Or publishing or whatever, like Activision, EA, a lot of those, they're not going to E3, but they're doing their own stuff, kinda, at that same time, maybe. I don't know, it's gonna be crazy. By the time, my goal is to go to E3 once, but the way it's looking, E3 may not be around by the time I'm able to actually,
Who knows?
So, but yeah, I guess that's it.
Maybe we might get something like this. I wasn't able to get that image because it was an HTML file, but
that's interesting. It's an interesting mock-up. He's showing off a mock-up design of the Xbox One Slim,
which I think looks kind of like a Roku.
But a lot bigger, yeah.
A little bit bigger, yeah. I kind of like the design.
Yeah, it definitely looks sleek. It's not that much. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I'm holding up my controller. It's like, well, okay. Mm-hmm.
It's really not that much smaller, though.
It's not as fat, like height-wise.
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, height-wise, it's a little smaller, but it's still
kind of doing this thing like,
It's still as wide, right?
Maybe not as wide. Go back to it. Maybe not quite.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite as wide.
I guess, but because there's the controller like on top of the the mock-up or whatever, the photo, so you can kind of have proportion.
That's what we're trying to use to size this thing up.
Because it looks like it's about 3 controllers wide. About 3. Yeah. My controller's on the other side, or my Xbox on the other side of my computer monitors, so I can't go and check that out right now. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to. It'll definitely be interesting to see what comes out, from E3 this year.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. I'm looking. I don't see anything else. So I guess we can wrap the show up. Be sure to check out our website, TheGeeksFTW.com. Where we post everything. Everything goes on there. Videos, articles, reviews, whatever. The podcast goes up there. There's links to everything on our site, on the front page, to our Twitter, our Facebook, our YouTube, RSS feed, iTunes, all that stuff. It's right there. So, and be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube so you'll get notifications for when we go live, stuff like that.
Right.
We also tweet that out too. So if you're following us on Twitter, that works. Individually, Stuart is at Casual Terror, and I'm at Geeky William. So feel free to follow us and see all of our stupid stuff we tweet about. Us trying to be funny but failing half the time. Stuff like that.
I don't fail. I succeed.
Sure you do. Anyways, I guess that's it. Unless you got anything else, Stuart.
I got nothing else.
Alrighty, this has been episode 252, and we will see you next time.
Bye.